good, y'all? It's Messiah again, right? And I got another discussion I want to holler at everybody about, right? Because I was just having this discussion on my Facebook page with one of my Facebook friends, and I think it really strikes an interesting conversation or educational moment for everybody in the world. Because I know typically in the African American community, we have this misinformed belief that the educational system of the schools taught that Christopher Columbus discovered America. Now, I don't understand how when we were children to when we became full-fledged adults, we had this motherfucking mind warp from understanding that when we was children, when they said it, that means that some Europeans traveled across the water and found some shit that they didn't know was there. Versus us now thinking, or majority of black people thinking, that the Europeans were saying, oh, the white people traveled over there and discovered the world, and they was the first people to ever make it there. Nobody else was there. They never taught that bullshit in the history book, because in the same history books that they told you Christopher Columbus sailed to the Americas, they told you that they encountered natives there. And then after that formation, when they started colonizing the land, pilgrims migrated there. So anybody that was paying attention in motherfucking history class should understand this narrative. Now, I feel stupid even having to make this video to really over exemplify or explain this shit again, because only ignorant people would think that the word discover means you find something in that basic concept. I mean, that context. In the context of discovering something, if nobody else owns it or has it, yeah, that means you was the first one to find it. But if I say I discovered something, like, oh yeah, bro, I discovered this nice restaurant across town, that means I didn't know it was there, or me and you didn't know it was there. So whoever I'm talking to means that we didn't know it was there. So when I say I discovered it, that means I went and found it, or I marched upon it, or some whatever type of shit you want to call it. But it just means that you found the place that you didn't know was there. That's all it means, bro. The idea of saying that Christopher Columbus went over there and discovered the place, they call it the New World, bro. So that in itself is telling you that it was new to them. Come on, man. Common sense has to be common sometimes. But this is just for educational purposes for any black person out there who still lives by this stupid ass narrative. I just felt the need to address this issue with everybody. So peace and blessings, y'all, man. 100.